Hi, so I've just been sat here with the room, watching it, interacting with it, experiencing it, observing my direct experience of the room, of what's really happening. Because the room is too much of an abstraction. This isn't the room. The room is an abstract term which applies to almost any specific room. I refer to this room in particular, and this room in particular is organised in a particular way. It has things situated inside it, and those things tell stories. Those things move. Those things aren't really things in themselves. Those things appear to be inflicted upon, inflicted by my own perceptual framework, by my own knowledge and beliefs about the world. It appears to change the way things make themselves manifest to me. And the way things are manifest to me isn't the way things are manifest to others. And I can say that with a degree of certainty. And I don't want to get too bogged down into the details of speaking about what I actually see, because then it becomes an abstraction, and one that you probably won't understand. Anything I say about my perception of the world could be misinterpreted. Okay, so I don't know if you're going to understand my description of how I see the world, because you could have different knowledge, a different set of beliefs which determine the way in which you see the world, and you will be judging my story based on your own perceptual framework. You have to be shown. You would have to be shown how I see the world, and that's impossible. Right here, right now, that's impossible. With the language, with the linguistic tools I have, I'm not able to show you. I don't know if it will elicit the intended picture. I'm almost certain that it wouldn't. But I can try. With that in mind, I should also say that the way I see the world may fit with part of your worldview, in the sense that you think that people, and this is me assuming that I know what's going on in your head, you think that people who see the world in the way that I see the world, or experience the world in the way that I experience the world, are ultimately defective. They have issues with their brain. And I probably wouldn't argue against that. I would say that there are right ways to see the world, and that what one perceives is true, and that truth then has a positive impact on that individual's experience. I'm not sure I believe that, and I'm not sure I can justify it. But what if I told you that when I look at something still, something that I know to be still, based on the knowledge I have of its properties, would you believe me if I said that said object moves, that said object bends and breathes and stretches and grows and shrinks? Obviously, it all depends on the kind of object as to how it interacts with me. For instance, the lamp. Let's see if I can get that in the frame. Not the lamp that's lit up, the one below the light. That lamp over there, right now, is stretching upwards and stretching back down. So it appears to widen and grow up, and then it shrinks and becomes fatter when it shrinks. And different parts of the lamp are moving differently. It's almost like each part of the lamp is independent, like it has independent autonomy to do what it wants to do. It doesn't necessarily, it all fits together as a single picture. It all moves together logically in some way. And I understand that the movement of the lamp is debatable as to whether that is logical at all. But the movement as a body is not illogical. It's not like parts of the lamp get up and move away from other parts of the lamp. It stays as a connected whole, but the connected whole moves in unison, and I would describe it as a breathing body. When I look at the edge of the fireplace, so the top of the fireplace, below where all the candles and ornaments start, that has a form of a rippling effect. So, it's like a small wave passes through it as I pass my eyes across it. It's like when I focus on it, it will ripple, but only in one section at a time. And again, it occurs in a logical way. Parts of the fireplace don't go up while other parts go down. It's logical. The fireplace moves in unison. Each part of the fireplace is somewhat independent in that it can move independently from other parts of the fireplace, but ultimately the movement is constrained to a particular set of rules, and those rules seem to imply that the fireplace cannot detach from other parts of the fireplace. And everything's like that. Everything. It all moves. And that's a strange thing to experience. But that's how I see the world. And thank you for watching. I'm not sure if you'll get this. Yeah.